Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We are here with Jeff and Bear, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands he's learned here at school. But first we're going to introduce the training equipment. And Jeff's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and you'll notice he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment. Now we're going to show you how to properly put that on and use it when Bear and Finn go home tomorrow. Now, as you'll notice, Bear is seated very nicely at Jeff's left, which is where all obedience training starts and stops. And the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on a leash, again, always on your left, and the command is Bear heel.
Bear heel.
Now at this point, Bear's got a job to do, and that's to stay even with Jeff's left leg, no forging ahead, no lagging behind. And you'll notice whenever Jeff stops, Bear's been trained to automatically sit and wait for another command. You can see he's very focused on his trainer. He's looking up at Jeff. Nice automatic sit. Jeff can take off heeling one more time. Again, the command is Bear heel. Yeah, we like to say his shoulder blades should be relatively even with your left leg. Again, we don't want him pulling out in front or lagging behind. And everything is always very structured. Now, it's going to be important when Bear and Finn go home that you work with them every day individually and then working up to working them together. Now, the next command we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The sit-stay is a hand and a voice command. Jeff uses his left open palm, a couple inches from Bear's muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay.
Stay.
In the very beginning, have Bear hold this for 30 seconds or so, working up to 3 minutes. You notice Jeff goes out to the end of that training lead, but he leaves a little slack in that leash so Bear doesn't feel a slight tug and think he's being called. When Jeff returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him counterclockwise. He stops at heel position, and then Bear's ready for another command.
Bear heel.
And then they take off heeling again. So again, practice with them at home individually at first. You can work them indoors as well as outdoors. Keep your training sessions relatively short, 10 or 15 minutes is long enough. Nice automatic sit. Jeff's going to show you that sit-stay one more time. Again,
Stay.
left open palm.
No, stay.
Go out to the end of that 6-foot training lead, and if you're working in a fenced-in area, eventually you can drop the lead, go further and further away. Again, increase your distance and time. Jeff has him hold this, and then whenever Jeff's ready, he's going to call him out of that. This is the come on command.
Bear come.
The command is Bear come. He comes back and sits. And that's a good way, number one, to teach him to come when called, and then to sit when he gets to you instead of jumping up on you.
Bear heel.
And then they take off heeling again. You can change directions with Bear, you can slow down, you can speed up. Another nice automatic sit. We're going to show you that sit-stay one more time.
Stay. No. Stay.
And you'll notice if ever Bear's getting ready to make a mistake or Jeff thinks he's going to make a mistake, he always says no, followed with a little correction, or simultaneous correction, I should say. Again, have him hold this for 30 seconds, working up to 3 minutes, and then Jeff can call him out of this again.
Bear come.
Again, it's Bear come.
Bear heel.
Sometimes if you get a little too exuberant with Bear, he gets really amped up and gets excited, so there's a fine line between of certainly too much praise and not enough.
Bear heel.
Now the very next commands we're going to set up for is going to be the down command. So always have your dog seated first. You're going to use your left open palm and the one-word firm command to down. And then stay. With your down stays, they can last a little longer than your sit stay. Start off, say, at 45 seconds or a minute, and slowly work up to 5 minutes. Again, take your time getting to that 5-minute mark.
Stay.
Again, when Jeff returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him, counterclockwise. We walk around the dogs one for an added distraction, and then Bear's ready for another command.
Bear heel.
And we heel him right out of that. So we haven't taught Bear or Finn to go from a down position to a seated position, so if they're ever laying down, just to get him up, just heel him right out of that, or heel them right out of that. You see if he didn't sit, Jeff said no sit. Little tug.
Stay. Don't go there.
Down and stay.
Stay.
Now he's starting to sniff and he got distracted, so Jeff will go right back to that command. If he ever makes a mistake, no big deal, just go right back to it and start all over again.
Sit. Stay.
Down and stay.
Stay. No, stay. Why are you acting up, buddy? Stay. Stay.
Again, no reason to get discouraged. They're going to make mistakes from time to time, no big deal.
They're just a big ball of energy.
Yes, they are. Jeff can call him out of that.
Here, come.
And then the very last command we're going to demonstrate is a distance down. Bear has a tendency to want to crawl into you, which isn't the end of the world. But always have your dog seated first.
Stay.
Have him stay and just take a step or two away from him. You're going to be able to increase your distance as you continue working with them. And then this is the only time you're going to use your right hand. One word firm command to down and stay. Very good. So Bear's done a really nice job here at school. Everybody spent a tremendous amount of time and effort working with them. We want to thank you so much for using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer. We're going to get Finn's video ready, and then we're going to do a little video of them doing obedience together. So thanks again for trusting us and using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer. We'll see you tomorrow.